Hey, Jason Flavlin here. I'm going to show you something with offers. This has helped me make $9.8 million in 8 days and has given me praise from people such as Alex Hermosi, who have said how I've structured offers has been some of the most impactful stuff in their business and their career. So we could probably attribute over $1 billion in customer success stories from what I'm about to show you here. Now, I'm in Chamonix, France. We're on vacation. I shouldn't be working. Hey, what can I say? I can't help myself. Nothing's clean here. Nothing's perfect. I don't have a studio. So hopefully you can look past all of those little things and get down to the nub of it. What you're seeing here is a document I haven't finished yet, but I've been working on lately called Offer Modalities. When you make an offer, the thing that will increase its value the most is what your audience can compare it to. And if it can't compare it to anything, if it feels like it's better than anything they can compare it to, then it has more value. So when I look at the different components that you can put into an offer, these are the different modalities. So you could put done for you in an offer, you can put software in an offer, you can offer coaching, group, or one-on-one, you could have reseller licenses, you can offer critiques or feedback, you could give templates, graphics, AI prompts. There's even more modalities in this. These are just the modalities that I've came up with looking at 32 of my top performing webinars. All of them have made 7 figures or more. Some of them have made 8 figures. And then working backwards in removing and extracting the different modalities from that. I'm not going to break them all down for you here today. That'd be like a 6-hour video. And I know you, God forbid, you spend more than 60 seconds learning something and you freak out, right? You got to look at the next TikTok video. So I'm just going to show you what I call the S tier. This is the best types of deliverables. If you can package up an offer that has some done for you in it, has some software in it, has some one-on-one coaching in it, has some licensing in it, and has live event components all wrapped together in a price that normally only one of these things would come in, then you're going to crush it. But let's talk done for you. I put it up here. Done for you is the single most powerful offer modality you can use. So whenever you look at an offer you're going to make, you say, how do I take something of it and make it either done for you or done with you? Now, the tricky part about done for you is if you're not strategic about it, it could cost you a lot of time, money, and energy. Our goal is to, how do we give the most to the audience that cost us the least in time, money, and energy? So when I'm looking at the done for you offer, part of my offer is done for you, I came up with this. I call it the Aid Me formula. So what's the amount done that you're going to offer to do? What's the ideal outcome that you can offer or promise the audience? What's the dollar value you can associate with it? What's your margin to fulfill? And how easy is it to explain? So most people, God bless them, but Jesus Christ, they're so binary. They think on or off, win or lose, succeed or fail, black or white. So when they think done for you, they think do it all for somebody or do nothing for somebody. It's amazing if you can just isolate one key component of your offer and make it done for you, because that gives you the ability to say done for you in your marketing, but it also allows you to be economical about it and efficient about it. The ideal thing you actually do is find the one biggest limitation that stops people from moving forward, the thing that they're most afraid of. So if you had to number your process of what you're going to teach somebody or offer to somebody, say a 7-step process, find that one step that is most scary to the audience and just do some or all of that step for them. So the action item here is make a list of all the major actions your audience must see themselves being able to do in order to feel safe and excited to buy your product. Then come up with ideas on how you can do all, some, or even a small part of them. So that's the first thing that you can do. Now you have to sell it. You can't just say, we're going to do this for you. You have to sell the outcome of it. So here's a useful strategy for no matter what you do in business: feature, benefit, outcome. So you buy the drill drills a hole. That's the feature. The benefit is you can hang stuff on it. The outcome is the specific thing you can hang on it. The beautiful family portrait of you all around the menorah spinning your dreidels, whatever the case may be. So we want to come to outcomes as much as possible. How do we get the outcome for them? Not the feature, not the benefit, but as close to the outcome as possible. So I put it here. You can't do their push-ups for them, but you can drive them to the gym. You can't play their hand in poker, but maybe you can find the table with the dumbest poker players for opponents so they can be most likely to win. That's the thinking that goes behind done for you. Now, dollar value. Different things have different values. So I have this book here. I've been reading it while on vacation here. And this book is what? Valued at $20. It could be the greatest book ever written. But because it has a price ceiling of about $20, because that's what books are usually priced at, guess what? You're not going to overcome that. So you want to find things that have, as services, high value associated with them. So even if you do a part of that service, even a small part, you bring the association of value to your offer. So if I say, as a bonus, we are going to do this for you, and the thing done for them has an extremely high value associated with it, that is chef's kiss. That's a really great way to structure part of your offer for the done for you modality. Now, margin to fulfill. This is really tricky. So let's say you sell like a $2,000 product and your done for you component, your modality of the offer is going to cost you $1,000 to fulfill. And you really got to think in terms of opportunity cost, not just hard cost. That's not a great offer then. You might be able to sell a bunch of it, but your net profit at the end of the day is not going to make the effort worth it. So the things that we're looking at here is economy of scale. One time we offered as a component in one of our offers a done for you where we'd source product for them from China. And it wouldn't work if we did it for 1 or 2 or 5 people. But because we knew we could sell it to hundreds of people, the same hard cost could be spread across 100 people as it would 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 people. Another way you can do done for you is you partner with somebody on the back end who has the economy of scale, and you pay them out of pocket to white label fulfill for you. So it comes from you as a company, but behind the scenes, you are handing it over to another company. And the user doesn't have to know about the other company. I don't think it really matters. We tell people all the time, hey, we partnered with this person and they're going to fulfill it for you and we're going to pay for it. And we're going to deal with all the headaches. Marketers like to be super sneaky. I don't know why. It's kind of stupid, but they think they have to hide it from customers. So if you want to hide it, hide it. It doesn't really matter. But you can get economies of scale. Also, you can slightly modify things. So once upon a time, I had a client that I wrote a webinar for that did 7+ figures. And he guaranteed media placement in the big 4, Fox, NBC, CBS, and ABC. So any individual user, if they were to go out and do that, it would cost them a lot of money. But he was able to create press releases that would put 12 service providers or 10 or 8 service providers in one singular press release. So instead of paying for 12 separate press releases, he paid for one. And the end user didn't care because they got the placement regardless. So he was able to pay 1/12 the cost. He could eat that cost as part of the offer. It was super economical, and I don't remember the specifics, 1/4, 1/12, 36, 27 hundredths of whatever it was. Doesn't matter. You get the point, right? How can you slightly modify the input of done for you without losing the output of the value or the deliverable of it? A little creativity. So I know I've lost 42% of you already because you're not creative. But for the remaining 58% of you, a little creativity here can drive down costs without sacrificing the value. This is my favorite hack of all. Make it conditional. So they have to do X and then you give them Y. So we used to do, for our customers in Amazon, we would help them set up their ad campaigns, Amazon ad campaigns. But first they had to get a product live. Duh, right? Because you can't advertise what doesn't exist. And so a majority of customers in the time frame prescribed wouldn't get the product live. And so therefore, they didn't get the done for you service. They bought with the hopes of achieving it. They knew full eyes wide open going in that they had to qualify and what the conditions were. So they were 100% disclosed. But now we knew that just like not everybody who books a ticket on an airplane shows up and not everybody who gets a gym membership goes to it, we knew that through the actual utilization of the thing, the cost wouldn't be as great, but we could still sell it to everybody, which is beautiful. So what are creative ways that you can offer a service that costs next to nothing to fulfill yet will blow your customer's mind? And then this is the most important component of all. It has to be easy to explain. I love demonstrations. If I could say, hey, listen, when you sign up, this is what we're going to do for you. And you can show it in front of them. Boom, boom, boom. And they're like, whoa, that's awesome. Easiest explanation of all time. But if it's convoluted, it could be the greatest thing ever. People, if they can't wrap their head around it, then they won't buy the product from you. So given the choice between 3 done-for-you services I could offer as part of my offering, One of them is the best value but hardest to explain. One of them is a pretty good value but easy to explain. One of them is a decent value and kind of hard to explain. I'm going to do the one that's a good value and easy to explain every single day of the week, because customers have to understand it in their terms, not in your terms. And the easier you can put it into terms that they can understand with the least amount of explanation possible, the better it is. And so this is like a little handy dandy thing here, is I'm always looking at amount. If we do all of it, that has a high impact on us. If we do a little bit of it, low impact on us, maybe not as attractive to the customer. So how much are you willing to do on the behalf of your customer? Ideal outcome. You can give them the actual result. You can give them a direct benefit related to the result, or an indirect benefit, meaning if they do this, then it increases the chance that they get that. But ideally, we write the book for them. We create the title for them. We do the whatever for them. If not, we could do research for them and give them a list of suggestions with directives on how they could refine those. And if not, then we can at least just do the research. So how close to their ideal outcome do you want your done for you to get them? Dollar value. How much value in terms of dollar do they perceive the service to be worth? Ideally, far more than the investment. So they could say, oh my God, I'm getting $5,000 worth of done for you on a $2,000 product. Sign me up. Margin, we have to be cautious of margin, and not just time and money. What's the reputational risk if you fail to fulfill it? So you just got to put that in your calculus. And then the ease to explain can be made easy with a lot of effort. So on your part, you could spend all day and all night to figure out how to put it in a few slides. Fantastic. But ideally, you don't even have to spend time. It's easy to explain, easy to get. I'll give you one last thing. You can do completely done for you, or you can do sort of done for you. You can get the specific outcome, or you can get close to the outcome. You can have obvious value where it's like, okay, I normally would pay this much, or you can have less obvious value, but still value nonetheless. And then I went through, because I put done for you in so many of my offers, as you can see here, and I isolated certain examples that I show as done for you and what those look like. More of that. This will come. When this comes, just DM me or message me. I'll give you the whole deal on the thing. And I'm doing this for every single modality now, but I've been sitting on this a while and just wanted to share it with you. So hopefully, forget this goofy thing here. Hopefully you saw something of this that you could put into it. I'll give you one last thing since you listened this far, because most people won't make it this far. They're like, oh my God, I got to make $1 million, but watch like a 10-minute video. I'm done. I'm disqualified. But because you've made it this far, I'll give you one more tip. If the done for you is the bonus and not the core feature of the offer, but it's an extra thing they get for free when they buy something else, greatest position of done for you ever in history. There you go. Let me know how it works for you. I'll see you later.